questions.
Yeah, not much to say. I mean, that was just a kind of just take you out back and take care of business. Their guy I thought was very good. He's got very good stuff, and you know that obviously had something to do with it. And our freshman has been really good all year. He scuffled. He just hasn't scuffled for a long time, and it's just one of those things where he's just missing everything up in the middle of the plate, and they took advantage of it. So give TCU a lot of credit, and you know, I think Jim does as good a job as anybody in the country, and we made some mistakes, and they took advantage of it, and it was just an old-fashioned butt kicking.
Did you feel like you guys competed hard?
I think we always compete, and our clubs always compete. I just think that you know, we hadn't seen that type of arm in a little bit, and I think it's going to it takes time to get adjusted to above average stuff, and I think we would have, you know, if you hold your own on the mound. I mean, the mound cleans up everything. So if we really pitched good and kept it tight, I think we would have had a chance to settle in, but it didn't happen. And then when you start playing from behind, you can start pressing a little bit and doing some things out of character. And you know, we struggled to stay inside the ball, and we rolled over a few pitches, rolled over several pitches, and then we hit some fly balls in the park that's not fly ball friendly. So I think the key was if we were able to settle in on the mound and we could start working down and get ahead in the count and doing those things and put up a few zeros in a row and just gave up the one in the first, then I think our offense would have had an opportunity to kind of settle in a little bit. But in most of the year, we just haven't played well from behind up until really this past couple of weeks. So I think, but if that was the key. I think if we got a good start in the mound, I think we would have settled in offensively a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know how much we would have settled in, just to the fact that I think the kid's got really good stuff. Got a split, he's got a breaking ball, he's got big velocity. If the kid's a freshman, he's going to be special. He's going to be special.
After spending some time with Alex and talking to him, whatever entry came out, what do you think happened? Why was he scuffling?
He's trying to do too much. I mean, I think he over-competes. If he does anything, you start over-competing, and you over-compete, then you start to, you know, try to, you know, overthrow it or try to outstuff somebody, and he needs to be good side to side and be able to pitch with his fastball both sides of the plate, and we weren't able to do that, and we didn't really have good command of the slider, and he's really a two-pitch guy, so so that just doesn't add up. So you've lost some fastball command, and your secondary pitch isn't going good. So I didn't want to. We could have run him back out there, even though it's 5-0. You could try to get 5 out of him, but you know the thought was to limit the pitch count, and you know maybe he's available on the last day if we can get back into it.
Nick, tell me how disappointed you are when you look up at the top of the ninth and it's 10-0. As a senior, you know, guys who played in these games and competed in these games, won these games, that's got to be a bitter pill.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but like Rob said to us in a meeting, you know, we've been playing really well. You know, this time, you know, it just came to us. We just get no timely hits. You know, we didn't get guys on early in the inning, so it kind of hurt us a little bit. But you know, yeah.
Jared, same question.
It's tough. I mean, I think we put some good swings on the ball early. Nick hit a ball hard in the first, and then that ball that Rivera catches at the wall, I think that was a huge momentum shift for him. But it's still tough to watch.
Coach, you face TCU tonight. You got Oklahoma tomorrow. That's a tough assignment.
I mean, they're all tough at this particular point. I don't think you're looking for anything tough. I think going into the tournament, I thought DBU's club is very good. They may be a little thin pitching, but watching them today, I think that's a very good team. Obviously, TCU's the #1 seed for regional. Oklahoma's been good, but anytime you get in this arena, you're not going to face anybody that's not very good. But we come out of the Summit League, but if you look at our road schedule, our midweek schedule, I think it sets you up to play these type of games right now. I just wish we could have had a few more games like this later in the year. I think that might help us, but we go on the road at Baylor, at Texas, at Arizona State, and I can't put our guys in any better environments than that to prepare for this moment. But if you don't see an arm like this for a month, it's tough. It's tough to get your rhythm. It's tough to get your timing. And these guys can hit them because they hit the guys at Arizona State and Baylor and places like that. But when you're seeing it day in and day out, I think it's a little bit easier to make your adjustments. And you haven't seen a guy like that in a month. It's, he can jam it up there. So, going into that, that can happen. So what you're trying to do is make sure your guy on the mound hopefully matches him. And if he matches him, then you're looking at the 5th, 6th, or 7th inning within a run. And then hopefully people settle down and you're not having to chase anybody down with a big lead. So, pitching cleans the game up. So if we get a good pitching performance tomorrow, then, we'll be right back in the middle of it. So that's all you can hope for. So that's baseball. Baseball, it starts and ends on the mound. So hopefully we get good pitching and we'll have a chance to settle in. I think, our first 5 hitters I really like. I think our first 5 hitters are very good. They're comparable to the first 5 of anybody that's here. But, I think we need to settle in on the mound so guys don't press at the plate a little bit.
How do you guys feel about playing Oklahoma tomorrow? It seems like the only time both players, it seems like the only time we get to play them anymore is in the NCAA tournament.
We're excited like always. Last year we put up a good run against them last year, and we just feel confident. So, we're ready to go.
Yeah, like Nick said, it'll be good to see them again. We really competed well with them last year. I feel like we match up well with them again this year, so it should be fun.
Yeah, they're on the schedule next year, by the way.
Time for one last question.
That's news.
But just give TCU a lot of credit. Like I said, I think Jim is taking TCU to a different level, and this is he's turning into a national power here. And I just think they play the game the right way. They have good athletes. They're going to be tough to beat, and I think what they've done over the last several years has been special here. So, it's a long road and it's uphill, and hopefully we can get there with another opportunity to play. And you never know what can happen in this game. You just you hope for the best. But give TCU a lot of credit tonight. They took care of business.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's a great night for TCU. This is definitely this season, but really in a long time. It's most, with the exception of the last inning, where we were just trying to finish the game. It was the most complete game we've played all year, bar none, from starting pitching to defense to competitive at-bats. I was really proud of our team. I felt like we competed throughout every at-bat, regardless of the score, and thought the crowd was great and into it, and our guys looked good. And I just felt like everything kind of went our way. We had, I think, five 2-out hits or so, or 5 2-out runs, and so just kind of when we needed the runs to be driven in, guys did a good job.
Questions?
Coach, he's pitched a lot of huge games this year. Considering the circumstances, was this his best performance this season?
I would say, considering the circumstances, probably. Although the start at Baylor, his first college start on the road was pretty good too. I thought he set the tone in the first inning coming out. We probably hadn't seen that velocity in a couple of weeks, 90, 92, 94, and just strikes after strike. I was just with a freshman, just like Winkler in years past, and Perk. You just want to try and they're good enough to win the game for you. You just want to get him through the first inning, and I thought he did a great job fielding his position in the first inning. And he's a good athlete, but I thought getting through the first inning and throwing a lot of strikes and getting us in the dugout was big, because their freshman, who's also a very good pitcher, yeah, I think just the start of the game was a little bit different for him than it was for Andrew.
Andrew, how did you feel in that first? Was that important to you to get a quick inning and get the butterflies taken care of?
Oh, definitely. I really wanted to get out there and throw strikes and just get out of there as quick as I could and get the first inning out of the way, and it worked out pretty good.
Coach, it seemed to me that your offense was really not really trying to do too much at the plate. With Joe, the way he hit early, and Jansen just going with the pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see that? Is that
Oh yeah, I mean that's what we try to do every time. I mean sometimes we have some power on our team, and sometimes our guys get pull happy and we hit a lot of fly balls. But I'd like to say we told them something different going into the game than we have all year, but we really didn't. We just tried, against their pitcher. He keeps the ball down, and we really talked to the guys about trying to stay in the middle of the field, use the big part of the field, and I think even when we made our outs, we had a lot of loud outs in the middle of the field. All three of their outfielders made great plays, and I also obviously should mention I thought, the one chance they had to get back in it, Brance's catch, and then the throw to first base, I think really took the wind out of their sails, and we come back in and score 3 runs, and I mean right there was the end of the game, I think.
Jansen, talk about the offense getting out to a fast start with 4 in the second, up, giving him a 5-0 lead, and how important that is for a freshman on the mound there too.
Yeah, like Coach said, I feel like a lot of things went our way tonight. Just from the start of the game, I think we had a couple little ground balls with eyes and maybe a couple bloopers. But, with Mitchell being a freshman, really wanted to get out early, and they had a freshman on the mound who's pretty much a strike thrower, and so we're trying to be as aggressive as we could while being smart at the same time.
Questions?
Hey, I got a bunch.
Bring them, baby. Let's do it.
Andrew, as far as your stuff, compare this to the start at A&M or at Baylor or the Mountain West tournament. Coaches really liked how you threw the first 6 innings last week. Did you feel that same way or better?
Those were a long time ago, but I felt like I had the same control I had in those times. Just hitting my spots on the corners and not leaving over the middle of the plate and keeping it down. I didn't bury some sliders tonight that I should have, but I got away with it today, and I really felt my command was equal to those times, and that's what gets you through it. Only 1 walk, so that's good.
Jim, you played against TCU a lot. I'm sorry, you played against ORU a lot. You've seen these guys compete. I think the NCAA tournament was 2004. 2004. You've seen how these guys compete. When it's 10-0 in the 9th inning, were you just as stunned as they were, or stunned as people who watched them?
Well, I know that the team that showed up for them tonight was not who they are. I think you got to give some credit to Mitchell, and I think Gonzalez is a really good pitcher, and just the fact that he was, I don't know if the atmosphere or the nerves of things got to him early, but we definitely went into the game like Jansen said. One of the positives of facing a guy that throws a lot of strikes is you can have some pretty comfortable at bats. You just got to get in there and start swinging, and we had planned on bunting and hitting and running, and guys that throw strikes make it easier on you to do that, and so we had some balls fall in, and. But no, I think Oral Roberts is, that's a veteran club with one of the best coaches in college baseball, and I'm sure it's a lot easier to flush a 10-2 game and be ready to go tomorrow than it is to flush a 3-2 game. So I would anticipate tomorrow afternoon being a dogfight and a completely different team showing up.
Coach, speaking of tomorrow, Dallas Baptist came ready to play this afternoon against Oklahoma. Is that cause for concern, or would you rather face Dallas Baptist as opposed to Oklahoma?
DBU's. They're a top 25 club in my opinion. So they're not sneaking up on anybody. We know how good they are. Oklahoma knows how good they are, and they're obviously a very motivated club. Anybody that's in the postseason deserves to be here, so no. Both those clubs have beat us 4 times, so we have great respect for them. But TCU is going to show up too. I promise you.